21 megabyte download. Okay, just wait a little bit, guys. Alright. Duel season has ended. And my best rating 5952. Okay, so I'm just gonna open this one while we're speaking. Let's see what we get though. Maybe we're getting Pillman. I'm not entirely sure. But let's see what we get anyways. Do we get it? Not today. Okay. New season. Okay, I get it. New Shadow Pass. And there we go. That was exactly what I was looking for right there. Because welcome guys to yet another video, Shadow Fight video by BostonMod right here. Where today we're going to be checking out the update that we already ran through in the beta right here. Now, what's so ironic by this though is if you look in the Apple update menu, it already said that in the note, it already said that the Arrow and the Shadow Artisan set have been added, and that we have to wait for the Legionary set to be made. But in that note, in the notes, they were saying that they were working on the frame for a Legionary style, a Legionary set style, and therefore I was actually wondering if they're actually working on the Warmonger set and jumping back and forth between Warmonger and the Valor set. But by what we know over here, okay, let's just focus our attention over here, even though it's kind of confusing that I just mentioned that right now. So either way, so what it says right here is, at last the Arrow set chosen by players got its own fight bonus. Complete Marathon of Arrows and earn the Arrow set to explore its power. The set bonuses for Heralds and Legionaries are on their way, as they say, but Heralds already there, as they said in the Apple note. Okay, well, stay tuned for brand new mechanics. Also, to improve the balance between faction styles, the Spirit perk was rebalanced with the Shadow Kick perk. So for everyone who already owned the Spirit perk, they were already getting the Shadow Kick perk as per now. So let's just press OK to see what happens. And I already taken the survey about the customization update. We all know that. And I just get a bunch of notification about me already collecting the set. Like, dude, I already did manage to collect the set. I don't want any further questions. Just scroll down, and I think there's not more sets. Yeah, Shadow Artisan was said to be made already, but that's not really true in the note from the App Store. But what it is true is that we have the Arrow set, and by that they said they already made a marathon for the Arrows right here. So basically this means I get 3 free tickets. I already ran ground as the first video on the marathon right here, on the Dangerous show right here, just so you guys are aware. Revelation pack, no, I don't want any of that. And by that, we also have collected some keys to have fun with this marathon right here. So I was wondering, what else should we do really? Because now the update is here. The beta test for the coming update was already here, as I suppose so. So this is a 4-day, 5-hour marathon of Arrows where I can win duels using a dynastic weapon, or just open a bunch of quests just to earn the Arrow set. And by the looks of the legendary cards, they're pretty much all part of the Arrow set. And for one other thing is, I get 75 gems and 349,000 coins, 1.5k Shadow of Energy, which is still a little compared to what I have right there, but also tickets is going to be very lovely for my savings, to say the least. Now there's also going to be another marathon involving something else, but we already have marathon of boosters, so I don't really think that's going to be the upcoming marathon, because I know that once per 2 weeks a marathon just randomly pops us to give us some rewards. But this marathon of Arrows is specifically made for people who want to get the Arrow set, and for me who doesn't have it, that's going to be actually quite helpful for my own part, believe it or not. That's actually going to be quite helpful for me, because I have yet to collect all of these weapons, and even after that I'm still missing these 2 and these 4 left before I actually completed the whole entire game, alongside with getting the Impalement. Now let's actually check out the shop one more time, see what we have right here. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, nothing that big, but what I'm gonna do is open the Rare Juice Play number 1. Yeah, this is by the way a waiting vibes video for you guys who are wondering. This is pretty much a waiting vibes video, in a way, because we're just pretty much gonna get our stuff right here and get going with whatever we want to do. So, without anything further to say, I guess, let's just open some of these suckers right here, because we pretty much saved all the chests for this moment right here. And if I happen to not get Impalement, I may be getting impalement in the shop. If I get impalement right now, that would be very lovely, because then I've collected the final card for the ability cards collection, and that would be really great for my own part. I'm really grateful if I get that. So I figure it's 10. I might have to read that again because I wasn't really paying attention to the math on dots, I should say. So let me see, I call it, well, you call it pips, you call it dots, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pips, okay. So pretty much I have to open all of this and hopefully get myself up to 10 pips using all of these chests that I have right here. Usually what I do is go through the satisfactory method, just open all of these chests, get all of the good stuff, get the show of collecting items and perks, etc., whilst collecting coins and shadow energy from the duplicate items. And after that, then I just go ahead and collect everything and declare the collection of arrow set. I might as well play the first 4 rounds with the arrow set while I'll do a full walkthrough in the next video for you guys to watch the power of the arrow set, because the rope dart is kind of like a Dynastian's Legionary. It's actually a Dynastian Legionary, not kinda, it is the Dynastian's Legionary, at least by my own looks, that is. It might not really be for you because it's still a fancy way to play the game. It's still a fancy sporty way you can play the rope darts with, to say so the least. But I haven't had this legendary weapon for a long time, and I will definitely be grateful to actually complete that set and still have 1 set remaining, and thus whether or not I will get it, that is just a question for me to answer in the future, I might say so myself. So we're just opening a bunch of rare chests, a lot of satisfactory moments right here happening, all of these good stuff where I've just been saving for, gives me a lot of profit, a lot of items showing up, which is also good for my eyes, let's just say it that way. And let's see how many pips we actually got after this, how many notifications, how you might say. So after that we have 4 pips. Okay, so I'm just gonna be collecting this. This is not gonna affect anything, but now it's time to open the epic ones, see what we can get from there. Some epic items to stack up the shadow energy that I've just been collecting all day long. 66,000 is definitely going to be helping me quite a lot right here. If I already opened 10, I would have already get to obtain 300,000 coins, to say the least. Okay, let me just check again. How many pips do we have? We have 5 pips, so we are basically halfway through this. That's lovely. But we're just gonna keep opening these epic chests, because I always like to save the legendary chests for last, because they are the ones that give the highest amount of points when it comes to chess marathon. And as it happens to turn out, that chess marathon, that Keys chess marathon, happened to be on this specific set, and that's why I'm quite grateful to be just spending all of these chests to get the complete arrow set. And that's actually a really nice trade for me. Not for one, okay, for one, I will have the full set as the highest power. That's for one. And for 2, I get all of these coins and shadow energy. Although they're pretty low amount, but there's still a good enough shadow energy to say something, like a little bit, just like a little bit, to say so the least. So we can already open 1 more rare chest before we have to go to the one and only legendary chest. Let's see how many pips we got now, the notifications that we got now after this one. Let's see, we're already at 6 pips and we're still 4 left. And yeah, they already just if you want to collect the whole entire arrow set, the last one had to be at the very end with 3,000 points. We have already, I think we should be opening 3, if I'm not mistaken. I may just double check to just open 2. But now I'm going to open legendary chests, and maybe, if I can, get impalement. Let's see what happens. Not yet. Not yet, man. Not yet. They gave me Citadel, though, which is the missing weapon that I've been missing for a long time until I got it from a Legionary booster pack. Alright, let's open another one to see what we get. This is all for the satisfactory moments. All for the satisfactory moments. Come on, impalement. Aw, oh, man. Well, no impalement for me right there, I guess. Alright, let me see right here. 8! 8! Okay. So we're at 2580. That means whenever I open this one, this should finish it off. Right? Yes, sir. It should. It should. No further questions asked. There we go. So now we have 10 pips, meaning that we have collected every single thing right here. So the moment that we all been waiting for, the moment I've been waiting for, and you guys been waiting for as well, to let me show the arrow set right here. Now I was asking myself to actually do that to begin with in the beta videos, but now since we have this one right here, then we can definitely do it. And if you guys really want to watch me continue trying to kill my own economy on the beta account and actually get through all the chapters, be sure to let me know about that. But for now guys, it's time to collect the arrow set. This means I would be missing, if we're talking only ability cards, that would be meaning that I'm only missing 6 legendary items after we obtain this one. It's going to be lovely to obtain this one. Of course, I'll be telling you guys a little bit about the update for you guys who don't know, but it's time for me to collect everything. So look at that, we just get the whole entire set. Just look at that. Isn't that wonderful? We get all of these new items, and we get Epic June's Plane number 2 as a pack to open from the side right here. And just look at that. Get Wooden Staff, Crane's Wings, the Terrans, Vigilante Mask, and Steel Pilum. Isn't that lovely? And now we can just get in here and collect the full set, and that should increase our stability power. And now we can use the arrow set, which is 52k power. Yeah, with a whooping 52k power, to say so myself. So yeah, I finally obtained the arrow set, the one set that I wasn't really craving that much for until now, because now I want to try to get these sets and check out what they do. So for you guys who don't know what's going on right now, this update is about trying to add 3 sets as the developers are supposed to, but we haven't seen those 2 other sets yet. But we know for a fact that those 2 sets are going to be community build sets, meaning that we're going to be getting the Valor set bonus and the Shadow Artisan set bonus right here, just so you guys are aware of that. But since they only added arrows, they did that because they were thinking about changing specific perks, and actually one specific perk in the Dynasty faction, and that was none other than Spirit Perk, because Spirit Perk for them was making a little bit discussion of whether or not the developers want to keep it or actually have it into this arrow set and switch it off like they did right here. So they switched it off to Shadow Kick, and now this Shadow Kick is actually maxed out perk, if I'm not mistaken. The Shadow Kick right here says that it's gonna have a chance to replenish 9 out of 10 Shadow Bar, but I don't really know if it really does it. But what I'm going to be doing is to equip that. I'm also going to be equipping Locust Raid and Flurry at the same time, so that we know what we're going to do. Golden Fang Crown, I'm just going to be running the same kind of perks that is really neat for me. Of course, going to run Regen and all that good stuff. For this one though, I want to run the Knife Juggler, Poison, Wolverine, and where is Poison? Oh, Poison was replacing the Knife Juggler. Okay, I get it now. So do that and do that. There we go. So now we have a full setup right here. So let's actually see what really happens. So when we go to training, guys, we should be able to see the arrow set in action, because one of the notes was saying that arrow set, and why am I training in this area? But anyways, the arrow set is the same as Spirit set. They basically limited the Spirit set into this. And also another thing to note is that Herald's Crit Shard now has a token, a timer token, or what it's called, what I want to call it rather, duration token. So now we know how long a crit shard will last, just like that. And now it's actually time to try to show something right here. See if there's any change in the graphics right here, in the looks of some shadow abilities. Maybe, maybe not. Just gonna be launching this, and do that, and also do this, and do this. So basically, I'm just fighting against Stranger here right now. And yeah, Shadow Kick doesn't really do 90%. It doesn't do as described. Instead, I think it does 90% of the damage that I do, which is still something. Well, it's gonna be all about how strong I can deal my damage, and for Shadow Kick to be effective, that means I need damage emphasizers perks for it to happen, so that you guys know that as well. So that's the arrow set. A lot of people have been saying rip Spirit Perk, because Spirit Perk is a perk that has a huge impact on the Shadow Fight 3 community. It gave players free Shadow energy to build themselves up to the Shadow form, to perform Shadow abilities, and chain that alongside with the regular attacks, helping them quite a lot in their victories, alongside helping the Star Station set, because Spirit on the high perk definitely will increase the duration of the set bonus Shadow Form whenever that activates. So Shadow Kick, really, what kind of build do I really want for Shadow Kick for it to be really effective? Well, first of all, you gotta change the description, because it doesn't do as it is described, okay? Because what it says right here is a chance to replenish 9 out of 10 of Shadow Bar when just kicking. But really, that just puzzles players, because what it really seemed to do is 9 out of 10 damage that I do will be Shadow Energy. That's what it really does. It doesn't do 9 out of 10 Shadow Energy Bar, but 9 out of 10 of the damage that I do will be Shadow Energy, to say so right there. So this Shadow Kick right there is something that was just replacing the Spirit right here. Now 1 minus the Spirit, and now we can basically have 3 Dynastian perks that we can use for a Dynastian build, to say the least, if you guys would like to see that. Now I would like to see brand new perks instead of a fancy reinterpretation of a perk because you want some balance chasers. Of course, I see that you want some balance chaser, because in a PvP perspective, they were thinking, what's going to be fun if 2 players are going to be fighting against each other using the Spirit? They're just going to be cowering around, and the game will just become a race to get to the Shadow Form rather than battling their way to get the Shadow Form. That's why the developers initially wanted to replace that with Shadow Kick to begin with. And that's something I actually understood why they did, even though it was kind of sad that the Spirit had to go, to say so the least. So yeah, we got all of this stuff right here, and I think it's just time to show up with the arrow set, shall we? We have 52k power, 6 more item cards to collect. I've yet to try to get Impalement right here. I would like to refresh the shop, but I don't really want to at the moment. Maybe I'll do it later, and maybe if the Impalement perk happens, then I'll be sharing a video to you guys about that. But without anything further to say, I think I'm just gonna be running a couple of dangerous shows to show you guys the arrow set. Just a little bit entertaining and fun for the arrow set, and also praise the arrow set a little bit, even though it has been chosen to be the keeper of the Spirit perk as we speak right here. So we're going to be fighting the Tightrope Walker, okay? So what I'm going to be doing is do this, do that, do this, and do this, and wait a little bit. You're going to do that, and it's going to be charging up like that. I'm going to fall down, okay? Nope. I'm just going to reach you this way, and then do this, do that, and upper attacks, and spin back. So yeah, pretty much the rope darts are like Dynastian's Legionary again. They're like the Dynastian Legionaries, pretty much, because the attacks aren't that fast. They're actually just slow, so, and it also covers a good range, mid-good range. So you can definitely try out this move, this weapon right here, if you really like to swing around with some rope darts and see just a chain knife spinning around in a crazy manner, to say so the least. Well, you weren't doing anything, so I did that. Alright, just try to reach you. And then I tried to move away from it right there, but that did not work. So I'm just gonna be doing this. And what are you gonna do? Nope, that's not gonna happen. I think it's just gonna finish you off with a long-lasting shadow ability right here. Yeah, the torrent is one kind of a shadow ability. It is taking a long time, but it gives a blast onto the enemy while you fully charge it. And this is one of the perks, this is one of the shadow abilities that people don't even want to use, and therefore people don't really want to consider using rope darts. But really, rope darts is a really neat weapon to cover some range. And what was that? That was actually not what was supposed to happen, but let's see what happens right now against Strongman right here. So just gonna be doing that. Alright. Do this again. Come on, Strongman. It's been a beta test right now, and now it's time for you to get defeated once more. Oh, I'm just gonna be doing this so I can get more shadow energy. I actually thought I was hitting it. Never mind. Do that. And just gonna be doing that. That's gonna combine with the spikes. with a little bit right there. Do this. And I missed. I missed my roll. And I think, yeah, it almost hit him. Let me just tell you that much. It almost hit him. I could have actually landed the hit, and I was kind of low, but I still made it. Still made it on the first round. So, by the looks of this, it doesn't really charge that much shadow energy right now, as for like 11% shadow energy, which is a really high number to say the least. Alright, why are you just waiting right there, dude? Why are you just waiting right there? You're fighting a Dynastian Legionary, you're just gonna be acting out like that, bruh. Alright, let me do this. And then do this. Yep, that dodged him. Nice. And I dodged you again. Do this. Place the spikes. And that pretty much settles that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, to be honest. There we go. Alright. I actually thought his TOI was going to be catching me right there, but I guess not. There we go. Yeah, I actually want to practice a little bit with this weapon, because this weapon is a wonderful one. Not gonna lie, it is a wonderful one. Alright, let's actually play this one battle right here to show you guys off, and then I'll be probably running this set for real, and maybe try to win Grand with this set right here if you guys want to see something like that. And if you guys want to, be sure to leave a comment down below if you guys want to see something like that happen. For now, that's gonna be using my arrow set while also nonsensically pressing buttons in a way, because I thought one button would work, but then it turns out it didn't. Let me say it that way. Do that. Yeah, I do a little bit more dodging than I usually do. Let me tell you that much. Oh, come on. I actually thought I could have counteracted her. Well, now I did here, so I'm happy. And look at that, man. Look at that. That was a nice hit. Just a nice patient hit. And given though that these attacks and recovery rates are actually slow from the strong attack, but yet they do really good damage. So you put a high risk for a high price right here, to tell you guys that much. And also, what I got a little bit sneaky sense of feeling is that I actually take less damage from events, and that's exactly what I felt whenever I played that. But now, looks of things, perhaps similar. I cannot really tell, because I have to compare one clip with another if I want to know from the previous update to another update. And I think I'm just gonna be wrapping up for this video, guys, because that is pretty much the update itself. So I'm just gonna be collecting some more keys after spending like 30. So that's like 5 out of 30. I can basically collect enough, and then collect more from that as we speak. Speaking of what we're going to be doing, because if it's going to be a dual chest marathon, then I already have a rare giant chest, which is the chest that gives the third highest amount of points, so that's going to be within the way as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one video, but right here, unlocking the arrow set within just one day, because I just pretty much waited for this marathon as anticipated, because I, well, sneakily read through media, so it kind of ruined the surprise for me. But even though if I entered the game, I would have probably known that as well. So maybe I want surprise next time we get an update, and maybe the developers do one of these unexpected beta tests, and then I'll be participating and then getting that. That would also be one thing right there. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video right here, and if you guys did, be sure to hit that like button to share some support. And if you're new and enjoying my overall content, be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you'll become a part of the Boston Modding community, where I play fun games like this one, and also obtain the arrow set, playing the event builds, and share you guys with some news. And I'll catch you guys until then.